Half-Life is a very known game, and to those of you who don't know it, you most likely have heard of the game Garry's Mod, or in short, Gmod. And now, as the ambitious soul I am, I decided I wanted to recreate their iconic physics gun. Now, there was a lot of ups and downs on this project, but I'll go ahead and show you my process of making it. The very first step, figuring out where to find good models. Now, originally, which I know this is something most of you may find surprising, but I didn't know about Sketchfab. But after finding out about it, I immediately went and looked up what they had. And there she was, in all her beauty. So now that we have the model and downloaded it, there's only one more thing to do. Import it into Unity. Oh, look at these beauties right here. Oh, these shadows look like garbage. And then adjusting the shadows a little bit so it'd be more eye appealing. And then finally, I slapped on the textures, called it a day. Not really, but I didn't really get much further than this. Truth is, I'm still a fairly new developer who wasn't aware of all the tactics and tricks of Unity, so I spent an hour and a half trying to make the gun look good on my player, then decided after all my efforts putting the gun underneath my camera. Now, guess my reaction when I realized putting it on the camera after the gut-wrenching work in scripting, debugging, and attempts I put into this gun. So why is reading script so fucking hard? I saved and got off for the day. Now, day 2 was the day of scripting, or at least the real scripting, because my stat attempts from yesterday was not something I'm too proud of. But after watching some videos last night and trying to understand raycasting and vectors, I was able to learn a super base script. I mean, make. Now, was it the most super impressive thing? No. But, am I still proud of it? Yes. So now I decided to try and make an outline material, but quickly gave up. Then found out that Unity Store actually had a very simple outline tool, so naturally, I downloaded and imported it. Now, after a little more editing with the script, I made a bunch of tiny cubes and added the outline component on them, making it so when I hovered over them, the white outline would appear. Now, of course, the next step was actually picking up the cubes, but there was two core problems. Number one being the cubes did not follow where my mouse position would be, meaning that when I would try to drag them, it would move at an alarmingly slow pace. And then number two being that flinging it was extremely easy, whether that was clicking on it or just trying to move it up and down. Now, both of these fixes were manageable. To fix this first problem would be the easiest though, just making it so that when you're holding an object, it's not being moved using delta time. Now the flinging problem. Let's just say this took a lot of time. A lot of time. So much time that I actually decided to come back to this problem later. But, for a good cause. Because it was time to make the freezing edition. The first thing being setting the freeze key behind the F, and creating the method, and realizing I did something wrong, then again, and eventually figuring it out, and doing what any normal sane person would. Then, one of my favorite parts of the video, the laser effect that appears when picking up an object. Now this was fairly simple. Make a material, search up how I even make this thing, realizing there's a literal line of code for this, then executing it. With the result looking like trash, but it's okay, because not long after this I fixed the fleeing issue and finally... Pretty anticlimactic, but I was proud of this creation. If you guys did enjoy this video and want me to do more recreations of things, let me know in the comments below, and the Discord's always in the description. Like and subscribe. Have a good night.